I thought I was about to prove Machiavelli wrong. Instead, I accidentally made his argument stronger. The weird part is, even the stronger version still seems to have a problem. That's not where I expected this investigation to go. Like most people, I'd heard this quote forever. It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. I'd always assumed I disagreed with it. Then I finally stopped arguing with the quote and actually read the chapter. What I found completely changed the question I thought I was asking. Originally, my objection was simple. If fear is always better, what about great parents, great teachers, great coaches, people we'd willingly follow because we trusted them? Those seemed like obvious counterexamples, so I thought maybe Machiavelli had simply gotten it wrong. But while I was reading, something started bothering me. Those examples weren't rulers trying to survive Renaissance politics. They were completely different situations. I wasn't actually disagreeing with Machiavelli. I was answering a different question than the one he was asking. That realization forced me to slow down. So I went back to the text. And that's where I found the sentence that completely changed how I understood the chapter. It wasn't better to be feared than loved. It was this: a wise ruler should rely upon what is under his own control. That sentence reframed everything. Suddenly, I wasn't reading an argument about emotions anymore. I was reading an argument about reliability. His reasoning, as I understood it, became something like this: love depends on other people continuing to choose you. Fear, at least in theory, depends on your ability to enforce consequences. Whether that's true or not is a completely different question. But first, I wanted to make sure I understood his actual argument. Ironically, I realized I'd been criticizing a weaker version of it. Reading the chapter actually made Machiavelli's position stronger in my mind. And I wasn't expecting that. Then something happened. I started asking, if this is really about control, is fear actually under your control? At first, it sounded convincing. But then another thought showed up. Wait, isn't fear also dependent on what other people believe? People have to believe you're willing to punish. People have to believe you're capable of punishing. People have to believe you'll still have power tomorrow. Then I caught myself. Wait, isn't that exactly what Machiavelli criticized love for? Love depends on other people's beliefs. But doesn't fear? Maybe, but maybe not. Maybe they're not actually dependent in the same way. Maybe fear only requires one memorable demonstration every few years. Maybe trust requires constant reinforcement. If that's true, Machiavelli's argument might survive. Or maybe both fear and trust ultimately depend on maintaining other people's beliefs, and all I've done is move the uncertainty from one place to another. I honestly don't know yet, but I do think this is the real question. Not whether fear is stronger than love, but whether fear is actually more controllable than love. Those aren't the same question. And realizing that changed the entire investigation. I started this thinking I was going to expose a famous quote. Instead, I accidentally made the argument stronger. Then, the stronger version developed a crack of its own. I don't know whether that crack ultimately breaks the argument, or whether it makes me understand Machiavelli even better. What I do know is that I'm no longer arguing with the version everyone repeats. I'm finally arguing with the version he actually wrote. And honestly, I think that's a much more interesting place to begin.
This channel isn't about having the answers. It's about following good questions wherever they lead. If that's your kind of thing, welcome aboard. I'll see you in the next investigation.